I ride 50 kilometers a day, 6 days a week, and I have ridden over 130,000 kilometers in the past 10 years. But I'm not really a cyclist. I didn't become a cyclist by choice. Just after my 40th birthday, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and doctors told me that with the brain tumor they will also have to remove my left side hearing completely and also remove a vital balancing nerve. Then in 2011, I had to have my left knee replaced. I was clearly told by the doctors that I can only swim or take up cycling for fitness. So it was in fact after this surgery that I really took up cycling as a mode of fitness. Then in 2013, a sudden heart stroke led to a massive heart bypass surgery. So this completely changed my life upside down, and in fact at that point it looked like life was really sinking into an abyss. I would cry for hours in the hospital room and nobody could console me. Everyone knew that I had been through a lot. Right there in the hospital room, I decided that I would fight back to reclaim my life, and I decided that I will take up my cycle to gain my life back. I started riding in the Mumbai monsoons of 2013. I rode through rains, dirt, muck every day because I was on war mode at that time. This cycling made me so fit that just within 8 months after having a heart bypass, I entered into an amateur race in Mumbai with hundreds of cyclists. And I actually was one of the first few to finish the race. I was not racing against these youngsters or people half my age. I was fighting for life. I was riding for myself to reclaim my life. And then after this, I started riding daily and I started doing longer distance events. In fact, I rode 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers, 400 and even 600 kilometer events non-stop. Then in 2015, just about 2 years after my heart bypass, I did a cycling expedition to the top of the world at Khardungla, which is at 18,300 feet above sea level. This was a very, very difficult expedition, but I managed to complete it very well in under 9 days. And by the way, the roads of Ladakh are atrociously bad at points. You know, the snow is washed off the roads, so you have rocks, gravel, trail, and of course the altitude where breathing itself is so difficult. So this was like a huge event in my life. And just a year after that, in 2016, I did an even more difficult cycling expedition to the Spiti Valley, this time fully self-supported. And this again was to Khardungla Pass at 15,500 feet. Very difficult, very challenging, and like I said, a fully loaded bike, so extremely challenging. So after doing so many bike tours and expeditions, I really got hooked onto bike touring, where you really live a different life on a saddle. Believe me, there is no better way to experience the country or an entire continent than on a saddle. You literally get to move at your own speed. You mingle with the locals, you eat local food, and you absolutely experience a different world. Even when I go on holidays to other places or other countries, I try to find a bike, so I would hire a bike, and let's say I would take a bike tour across Sydney or Melbourne or any other city that I go to. Why do I ride every day? To me, the purpose of life is simply to create a great and extraordinary story. So every ride, every tour, every expedition is like a new chapter in my story. I would advise everybody to create an extraordinary story in a life, that one that you're proud of.